John Graham, HoustonISO9000.com. We're going through ISO 9001, Rev 2015. We're now going to look at Section 855. And this is a new section. Basically, it was kind of alluded to in the old one, but now it has its own section. Post-delivery activities. And it's going to cover 5 things here. And let's kind of run through some examples. And it says, what is post-delivery? It's after you've delivered it. So you're here as a company about to send things out, and the standard says, think about what's going to happen and what the requirements after that product arrives at your customer. Okay, number 1, statutory and regulatory. It may be some labeling or placarding requirements from the government. Of course, you're going to be following those already, or you would be having problems. You already know about that. Number 2, potential undesirable consequences associated with your product or service. Well, you got to kind of think about this. Freon in an AC unit, it's very bad for the environment, so there's a potential damage there. Oils or additives in machines. You put something, sometimes customers put inhibitors in a piping spool units, flange it all up on a skid, send it to that customer. Well, do you want them to just open it up and dump it on the ground? No, there should be a warning how to properly dispose of that liquid there. So think about that when your product arrives. What does your customer need to know? Okay, number 3, nature, use, and intended lifetime of the product. Well, we can think about, we now have electric cars and batteries, and do we just throw those batteries when we're done in a landfill? No, there's proper ways to dispose of that. But there's other things like pharmaceutical, which can be harmful, and they also go lose or degrade over time. Your customer needs to know about that. Machinery can also be harmful if used improperly. You need to let people know, safety demonstrations, safety placarding, maybe a video, so they use that properly. This is something that happens after you deliver your product. What does your customer need to know? Number 4 out of the 5, customer requirements. They may be telling you, I want you to come and install this and do the startup. When it arrives, come commission it for us. That could be one of their requirements. And number 5, customer feedback. They now come back and tell you, we want you to put barcodes on this product. So 5 different things all happening. Think about what's going to happen when your product arrives at the customer, and what is it we're going to need to do to make sure properly labeled, totally safe, properly used, nothing's going to damage the environment. Think of all those potentials of what could go wrong, and just what is it we need to do to make sure everything is going right.